Welcome. Welcome to Echoes in the Wind. I'm Donna. Well, I'm Lady Mystic, your empath, psychic medium, clairvoyant.
Hey y'all, I'm Kenny. Make sure to like, share, and follow us here on Echoes in the Wind, Wraith World, Texas Wraith Hunters. Donna?
We have a great show for you tonight. Very talented young lady, Samantha Cardoza.
Woohoo!
Would you like to introduce yourself, Samantha? Okay. Samantha, when did you realize that you were gifted?
I think I was young at like 15.
15.
Mm.
And what was the first thing that happened when you realized that, honey?
When the first time I realized that is when I drew a picture of a little girl with her eyes gouged out, and it was very vivid.
Oh, good,
What
Kim.
the heck?
Hmm.
Wow.
That must have scared you.
Not really. She was more friendly and scared because she was looking for her eyeballs.
Oh. Now, was she a friend? Was she like you know how some people have imaginary friend or a friend?
No, she wasn't so much an imaginary. She was just there. She popped up one time there, and then the next she was just like she was at peace where she was at, and then she went into her own life. It's like,
Oh,
like
oh, okay.
Wow.
Amazing. Good, Kim.
Jan wants to know, how do you see them when you do see them?
I see them more like they're like humans, and they're more
Oh,
friendly.
so you see them full apparition, like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
and I also had a person in my closet. I called him Henry. It was the easiest thing that like pops up. He used to watch me when I was asleep, and he sits on my edge on my bed a lot.
Wow.
Now, was he nice?
He thought I was like his sister.
Oh, okay.
He's
Dad,
still
can
there
you
at
do?
the house.
Oh, really? I know you like to take a lot of them home.
No, he was there before the house was built and everything.
Oh, okay. Because I've heard you say to your dad um, one time, can we take that little boy home?
I wanted to take the little boy home. Why couldn't we take him home? Because he was tiny.
I think that's sweet. I think
That's
that's sweet. But you can't take everybody home, honey. You know, they need to be crossed over to the light, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But go
Cindy
ahead,
says,
Kim.
"Love you, Samantha. I'm so proud of you." Bring things home, get a cat or dog. Well, like, as far as your drawings, like, have you always been able to draw, or is it something you taught yourself, or did you learn it somehow, or?
Oh, it was always there, just never came out. And I know I always wanted to draw things that physically, like, wanted to draw what I'm able to see and everything, but I never had like my pens and papers or my crowns or my markers like I do now.
Right. Aw.
So, do you see yourself? You're only 19
Mhm.
now. From what I've seen, you could be um, a psychic artist
Mhm.
because what you see, you started drawing. From what
Mhm.
I
Hey,
saw.
Ray. What's up?
Hello. From what I seen, you started drawing, and that's really a good accomplishment. I mean, you're only 19 years old.
Mhm.
You know, I would keep
Mhm.
that up if I was you, because there's a lot of people out there. Well, not really a lot, but I could see you, and being a psychic artist is big. You
Mhm.
know, people that can draw and what they see and stuff like that. That's really good.
Mhm.
Yep. Joanne says a criminal artist, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, like stuff like that. I mean, you could help with crimes and stuff. Like I used to do cold cases. Well, I still do cold cases when they come across if I want to do them now.
Mhm.
Um, you could do the same if you wanted to in the future and help people
Mhm.
Mhm.
learn how to, channel and stuff like that. I know you could do
Hey,
that
girl.
because you're very gifted and you can draw what you see and who you see is the perpetrator who did the crime
Mhm.
to help these people. You know, that would be a really big thing for you,
Mhm.
you know, if that's what you chose to do.
Mhm.
But
Joanne wants to know what course can you take to forge your gifts where you are?
Well, yes, as long as my favorite person's near me and she guides me more and actually helps me a lot more, and I see a lot of her and her being there as my guidance.
like your mentor,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause right
Yeah.
now, my mentor is Cindy Reyes. She's like my pride and joy of a person. I love her to
Um,
death. She's like my
Yeah,
mother.
and she keeps you grounded and helps you with your gifts.
Yes.
mhm.
Go ahead, Kim.
Have you always put like the paranormal with your artistry, or is that just something new that you've learned?
Well, when my dad started taking me with him more often, it was more like, oh, it's like a car ride. I could join him and do what he
Hmm.
does and like be right next to him and stay with him when he goes somewhere.
Right.
Hmm.
That's cool. That's cool.
Hmm.
Sydney says, Samantha, I'd love to offer you a spot on my team if you accept. And I love you. I love
Oh,
you.
I love you too. I don't accept anything.
That's silly.
As long as it's with
As long as it's with her, yeah.
um, oh, go ahead, Kim.
No, go ahead. I'm thinking still.
Yeah, there's so much I want to ask that I don't. Um, what is from, I mean, I know you just started going with your dad and stuff like that, but what is your favorite to you going out, and do your gifts scare you?
To actually,
Like, do your gifts scare you?
well, more or less, it's more like, I want to say it's like kind of complicated on that one. It's more like the
Okay,
woods. I like the woods.
okay. Oh, okay. And what would be your favorite that you would say so far with your gifts?
Um, for my gifts, I want to say like I think it's more the wilderness and what's around me could come up to me and talk to me. Like I'm a approachable person that likes to talk to anything, if even if it's not seeable. Um, like
So you
there's
like
times that
nature?
my parents catch me.
You like the nature, is what you're saying. You like to be out
Yeah,
in the nature. Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead. You can finish. Sorry.
Like when my parents catch me talking to myself, normally they don't know what I'm talking to or if I'm talking to myself. There's times that
Hmm.
I am talking to myself like a crazy person, but normally I'm either talking to the people in my closet and
Mm-hmm.
or to my doll because she does talk to me once in a while when she feels like it,
Hmm.
and or to myself.
Wow.
Oh. So you have a doll also.
Yeah,
Now, is Diamond your doll or Dad's doll?
Diamond's mine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I've seen Diamond. Yeah. Okay, Kim.
Joey wants to know, do you also do animals?
Oh yeah, I used to draw animals. Well, I used to draw my dogs a lot when I'm able to see them, their faces and their stuff.
Oh,
Hmm.
so you also like see animals that have passed too?
Well, kinda, not so much.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It might come, you know.
Mm.
You're seeing people right now. Animals might come because you're just opening yourself really more, you know. You always had your gifts,
Yeah,
but
because Mhm.
go ahead, hon.
at, at home, since my we have a lot of, I want to say, animals in our yard.
Yeah.
We had to bury them and everything. We kind of have like a little animal funeral there. We see
Aw.
majority are Great Dane, and you can hear them sometimes in the house walking.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And then we know he's there. And then we see the other ones sometimes. They pop up and here and there.
Hmm.
Hmm. Now, have you done any other drawings except for that one that day that we saw?
Um, at the moment, no, but I do randomly draw like characters. Like I had a full drawing. Well, a couple of days ago. It was like I think it was a Thursday or Friday, more or less. When I drew like a yin and yang, butterflies, a button, etc.
So you like drawing?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's going to fit in with your psychic artistry. That's going to fit right in, you know,
Hmm.
being where you already love to draw.
Mhm.
But go ahead,
Yeah.
Kim.
What happens when you start to draw? I guess he's thinking paranormally. Like, do you just start getting images, or like, how do you know what to draw?
Well, it's not so much images. I look in the forest and then it's like it pops up and then I see what I need to see and then I draw it.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you're actually seeing the stuff and not like through images or through your gotcha.
Yeah. They're not like clips or nothing like that. It's really happening like we're living now. It's
Yeah,
really happening.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the other day, and I know my daughter's like you, and it's there's a lot of people like you where you have that nervous laugh when
Mm-hmm.
the old man tripped and fell
Mm-hmm.
and he asked your dad to go slow
Mm-hmm.
and he did, but he still tripped and fell. And I
Mm-hmm.
heard you in the background. But my oldest daughter is the same way. She gets very nervous at the same time and she'll laugh. It's called a nervous laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's, like your dad said, it wasn't nice, but at the same time, for you, it was a nervous laugh. My daughter's the same way. She would do the same thing. If somebody elderly probably fell right in front of her, she would be so nervous, but her reaction would be to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Not meaning it, but that's
Yeah.
her nervous reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not trying to be mean or nothing like that. That's not what she was trying to do. That's how her nervousness came out in her,
Mm-hmm.
and you're the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was telling your dad. I said, she's nervous, it's a nervous laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Aw.
Have you sketched a picture that scared you? And what did you do and react? And how did you react?
Well, let
That's
me
what
say,
Joanne wants to know.
when my first drawing of the little girl and her eyes were like
Hmm.
she cried blood, nothing but blood,
Mm,
and I saw how dark the eye was missing, both of them. But she always
hmm.
popped up with showing me blue eyes when I
Oh,
wasn't able to draw blue eyes, but knowing she had blue eyes and they took them from her.
What?
oh. So she was showing you, okay, this is what I use when I do cold cases. When they show you things like that, right? That's how she passed. Somebody did that to her.
Didn't she drown her with a portal with a
Mm.
That they do bad things,
Mhm.
to children. It could be her dad, it could be her stepdad, it could be anybody, somebody who kidnapped her, something like that. You know what cold cases are, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I always did. I still do when I feel like it. But when they come to you and show you things like that, but yet you saw her beautiful blue eyes, but then she would show you her eyes were missing, that's what she's trying to show you. It's a message. She's trying to show you that
Mhm.
somebody did that to her. Now you said right off the bat she had beautiful blue eyes. So somebody, this is what I'm picking up. That's what they went for. Was her beautiful blue eyes. Somebody probably said about her eyes, her eyes, her eyes, and that was the first thing they took from her,
Mhm.
which is terrible. It's a terrible thing. So when they come to you and show you like the blood and the eyes missing, but then show you how beautiful her eyes were, those are messages, honey.
Mhm.
So go ahead,
Mm.
Kim.
Sydney wants to know, do you have a favorite drawing of a spirit?
I miss. I kind of missed the little girl the most, is because she was always there for me, and I had someone to talk to and play around with.
Now, Is this the little girl that I saw? Because I thought that you guys were all young.
Hmm.
You and your brother. I thought you were like 10, 11 years old. And this was like, I don't know, a couple months, I don't remember, but it was a little back. And I saw a little girl. And I said to your father, your kids, because the way he was talking, I said, your kids are grown? I thought they were young. Because I guess your cousin goes there sometimes, a boy. Your father said it was his nephew.
Yeah. He's an older gentleman, yeah.
Okay. So I saw him in the back seat, but then I saw a little girl. And it was on a podcast. I think me and Kimmy at the time were just guests on your father's podcast. I think that's
Hmm.
what it was, or it was a chit chat or something like that. I can't remember. And I picked that up and I said, "This is a little girl with dark hair. She was in a dress with stockings and little shoes." And he texted Kimmy and said, "Oh my gosh, she's blowing my mind." Because that was the little spirit girl that I picked up and I described her. Is that the little girl you were close to?
Mm.
Oh, no.
No, she's
There's
a
a little girl that
There's two
it's
different
not.
little stuff.
Oh, okay. Because there was one that followed or went home with your dad one day.
Yeah,
It's
that
not.
one always stays with him, but she's
Yeah.
always either with him or with me sometimes. It depends when she's there.
Oh,
I used to
okay.
draw her
So,
too. I used to draw her too, but as much as I like drawing her, she was always either with my dad. She always follows my dad or always sends me message here and there like, hey, your dad's having a
yeah.
weird day or having a bad day. Like I understand he's having those days, but I don't want to have
Yeah.
one.
That's what I picked up was she sees him as a father image.
Mhm,
Because what I got was she was like an orphan.
mhm.
And that's how she took to your dad. So
Oh,
who was
Mm,
the other little girl? The
She
one with
stayed
the
with me.
eyes?
Yeah, she stayed with me
Okay.
more because she was more drawn to me. Like I was more like her sister, you can say.
And that's the one with the
And
eyes.
there was one with the eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay. Go
I
ahead,
had to
Kim.
pass, I had to pass her on because she had
You did.
she had to have a better thing. Like she needs to
That was, yeah, that was very good of you to pass her on
mhm.
like that. Very good.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
a
when you're
good
so used
feeling,
to having
too.
her on. I'm sure that wasn't easy to do either.
Yeah. There's a good feeling, though, when you pass her on, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure you miss her, but passing her on, it feels very good when you pass them on,
Mhm.
Mhm.
you know? Okay, go ahead, Kim. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Let's see. Is there anything in the future that you want to do, that you want to start learning, or whether it's paranormal or anything to do with your spiritual gifts?
Not so much right now. I still trying to figure out a lot of things about my gifts. I want to say
Mm.
it's like when I don't understand half of them.
Mm.
It's kind of like when my body gets out of my physical body gets out of it. It's more like how to control it a little bit more.
Oh, so do you astral project or astral plane? Astral project?
I One time, yeah, I accidentally did out project, not knowing I was doing it,
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
and Jenny caught it, but it was just like I know what I was kind of doing, but not knowing what I was kind of doing because I know
Yeah,
kind of everything. I felt everyone touching me.
that
It's
was
just
during the day that you did
um
that right in front of everybody.
during the night with Cindy when we went to the
Yeah, so it was in front of everybody.
yeah
Yeah, because
upstairs.
I do it, but I only do it when I'm asleep and I don't realize I'm doing it. So you was wide awake in front
Mhm,
of everybody. It was night, but you were wide awake.
mhm,
That's what I want to learn to do and control it during night, but awake. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I do it when I'm asleep. I've been to England, Scotland, Florida, all these different places, but I don't know when, it's the next day when I wake up and I realize.
Right.
mhm.
Sydney said it was the aqueducts investigation.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I think I remember when she collect you out of that. I think I remember that.
I think got my
She
brain
was
too tired.
watching you. I think it, I think I remember that, and she was like, "Sam, Sam," right?
I was
And she brought you
yeah
back.
yeah I was there. It's just everything was a little bit less tuned. Like I can barely hear everyone, and I felt my dad touch my back, and other than him bringing my dad bringing me back, hearing his voice telling me to come back a little bit, I came back and saw my dad. I'm like, I thought
Do you remember where you went? Do you remember
I
where you
went
went?
I went beyond where I was supposed to be, and I was supposed to stay near my body and something called my I want to say like my
Mm,
like I was there, but then my other half wasn't there. Like I was missing the half,
mm,
and then I
Oh
was
wow.
somewhere else.
mm.
And Sydney said
Yeah,
it
you
was
got to be
okay.
very careful of that. You got to be very careful of that. Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
I do it on, and I don't know I'm doing it. And there was one time I came back into my body in the night, I guess in my sleep. And how I woke up was I hit the floor, coming back into my body, and I hit the floor, and it was hard.
That is crazy.
Yes, it
I don't.
was. It was.
It's weird for
You
me.
think
For me, like that. I don't ask for
oh,
rejection. I'm asleep because I know I can see my body, but I'm like I feel my body, and then I feel the warmth, and then I fall sick.
Yeah.
On
So
top
you
of it,
astral project at night too.
uh,
Yeah. Because, and I know, like, this places I know I astral projected, like my 5-year-old, well, he's 5 now, but when he was 3, he started calling me.
mm-hmm,
He would astral project to me, and I astral project to him. He's very gifted.
mm-hmm,
And my son yelled at me, "Ma, stop doing that." I said, "Whoa, that's not just me. He's doing it too." I go to him, but he comes to me
mm-hmm,
because he would wake up every day. He's only 3 years old at the time. Oh, where's my grandma? Where'd grandma go? You know, because, and that's when my son yelled at me, "Ma, stop doing that." I said, "Hey, you can't blame me. It's the both of us." And we're not real. Like, he does realize, he calls me. Like, he might be little, but he has it more under control than I do.
mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But go
Mhm.
ahead, honey. This is your show.
Oh.
Um,
I forgot this.
so going out on investigations, what was the best one that you remember on an investigation that you went? What was the best one for you?
Well, as long as I'm not going to the Chinese graveyard, everything else is good.
Oh, so you like going everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
just not the Chinese graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty scary.
Not so much scary. It's so much that whatever was there was preventing me to talk to two little kids that I felt that they were there. I wanted to go see them. And
Hmm.
this man was pending me, like spinning me around in a circle. Like it was just a circle, like he was running and was trying to stop me from going where I wanted to go.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
That wasn't nice.
No,
Hmm.
he was preventing me to talking or coming to them.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That wasn't too nice. He doesn't seem like he was a nice spirit. I wouldn't want to go
He was
there either.
dark and negative, and he was more like masculine, trying to like
Mm.
control and put me
Yeah,
in my place. Like, hey, no, don't go that way. Hey, you can't the
yeah,
other way.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's not
Hmm.
good. You don't want to. No, I'd stay away too if I was you and that happened to me. I wouldn't go back.
Hmm.
Once you get stronger, you might go back there and face him one
Mhm.
day. Once you get really, you feel like you're a lot stronger,
Mhm.
you might go back there one day and face him. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You
Hmm.
just might say, "Hey, I'm going back there. Let's see what he does now." Because
Yeah.
you're gonna. The more you work with your abilities, it's like a muscle. The
Mhm.
stronger you're gonna get,
Mhm.
and you will get there. And you watch and see.
Mhm.
And I want a message from you. I went back there. So hit me up on Facebook and let me know. And I don't care if it's a year, 2 years. You hit me up and said, I faced him. I went back there. Because you're going to get a lot stronger. And within yourself, it'll be like, I'm going back there. I'm facing that dude. Let's see what he's going to do.
Hmm.
You watch. You will. He ain't going to spin you in no circle. You'll be spinning him. You know?
Yep. They'll be like, run.
Mhm.
That'll be in time and you'll know when. That'll be in time. You'll know when you feel that you got that strength and you'll do it. And I
Hmm.
want make sure you hit me on Facebook. Actually tonight, hit me up on Facebook. And I want to know when you do go back there and spin him a circle. See how he likes it. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Okay, so obviously y'all live in San Antonio, and then there was a part where you went to what hotel was it? The Minger? Was it the Minger?
Oh yeah.
And you start getting like everybody's walking around, I guess, whatever the first or third, second floor is, whatever, and
Neighborhood,
then
yeah.
you kind of start seeing, like, you start getting pulled
Yeah,
going
we were
up,
watching you.
Mhm.
and then it was so crazy watching you. Like, it was like
Yeah.
you're sitting there telling us all these things that you're feeling. I'll let you tell everybody what you were feeling as you're going on.
Yeah. As we watched you
But
like lead people, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to say, when I saw you leave and walk up those stairs, I'm like, oh, look at Sam. But go ahead, Kim. Sorry.
what do you think? Where was that?
When she took
Uh,
off and was picking up things.
oh yeah.
Uh,
So and then you're kind of telling us like what you're feeling and such, and then later on, it all gets validated.
yes.
So that was crazy. So what kind of stuff were you feeling like? What drew you up there, and why did you
Yeah.
go up there?
Because you were on the first floor and something drew you all the way to the third. What happened? Like, can you explain it to us?
It was not, it was like I was there, but I needed to go somewhere else. Like I felt like I was like in the place in the old times, kind of. Like, I wanted to clean, I wanted to do this, let me dust off this.
So you were
And,
set back in time
mhm,
a little bit? Yeah.
Wow.
and
So
I
you were
think
seeing it
I was
as it
able to,
was.
I wanted to go
Wow.
upstairs. Yeah.
hmm
That's cool. That's
So she
cool.
can jump back in time. Is what she's saying.
That's what it
So
sounds
all
like.
you got to do,
I only did this once,
see,
though, because it was like
yeah,
I had to set myself in that our time period. Because if I didn't, I would
okay,
stay stuck there sometimes.
yeah, that's what you got to be careful of. Because I was told I have the same gift. I've never tried it, but I was told when you go to a place like that, all you got to do is touch the wall or the rail, something there, and you can jump back in time of how it was when it first was beginning. And that's probably what you're explaining what happened, which is
Mhm.
amazing. But I was told I can do the same, and I've been afraid to do it. So I
It
give you
wasn't so
props
much
for that one.
scary. It wasn't so much scary. It was like I was a cleaning lady that died there.
Really?
Wow.
Pretty much. I was a cleaning
hmm
lady that died there. But she was just trying to say like, hey, follow. Sense. You know where you're going type of way. She had
Wow.
she was showing me how it was. She was pointing where to go. She kept pointing where to go, kept pointing. So I followed.
Yeah, we were watching you, like the way you were going with your head, and we were watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's making sense. Now it's going together. Go ahead, keep going, sweetie.
So once we hit what floor was it we were on?
Third floor, I think it was.
Yeah.
We went from the second one all the way to the fourth floor.
We went all the way to the fourth floor.
Oh, fourth floor, yeah.
And we went down that hallway. The old part of the hallway.
hmm
And where I stopped at was more like I felt the energy of everything. What happened. Everything from the top floor down was like nothing but burn. On top was burn. Didn't want to go up there,
Mm-hmm.
but I follow my dad everywhere he goes.
You went up before me.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad.
Went up before me. You were in front of me.
So go ahead,
Well,
because I remember something you and I even picked it up. I don't know if it was on the same floor. The arguing.
it was on the
Remember, was that on the
it
same floor?
was on the same floor.
No,
Yeah.
it
It was
was because
Yeah.
I picked up
Yeah.
that arguing at the same time. But then you went further down. That's when you picked up. Go ahead. You say.
It was the
Mm-hmm.
arguing, the cleaning lady, and some other stuff that I felt.
hmm
And it was more like the lady was pointing just to keep going, but she was saying just wait, like stop, type of way. Like she
mm
put her hand out, like wait, and
hmm
she disappeared,
mm
like
Wow.
disappeared after. And I stayed there for I don't know how long, and we went. Then we felt what we felt like the anger, the madness, the like the fight type of
hmm
anger and that madness.
Wow.
I didn't
Yep.
understand how much anger was in a place until it hits you.
hmm
Well,
And
yeah, it
then
takes
And
when
that was
feeling all
that was
that.
outside room 3012. I remember.
Mhm.
It was right outside room 3012. 3012. I remember that. Yeah. But go ahead.
After we were done with what the fourth floor, we went up. We went back down.
Okay, but no. More. Think about it. Something else happened.
You were felt
Oh
you were on
yeah,
fire.
I was on fire and my skin was changing.
Yes. You saw
Mhm.
all the people. Remember, you saw all the people running and rushing, and you felt like you were on fire in the walls, and you had a big mark on your arm, like a
Mhm.
burn mark.
Yeah,
It
thank
did
God I didn't see
disappear.
one.
Mhm.
Thank God.
Thank God it disappeared, and you got out of there. When you did, you got out of there quick, but you
Mhm.
did have a big round spot, and it looked like a burn mark. Not no
Mhm.
scratch or nothing like that. It was a burn mark. And
Mhm.
that's what you were feeling. You said your skin was burning.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was pretty amazing, all the stuff that you picked up. And also I remember down, you were also picking up on those mirrors.
Mhm.
You were picking up on them too. Like you, once you went in there, like you turned into another person, like you said, now we know.
Mhm.
And you just started going off on your own. And then
Mhm.
oh, you away from him, your dad, totally. You went all off on your own, walking around, and I was just watching. And then all of a sudden, you started going up the stairs. You didn't care who was behind you at that point. You were in another zone. Now I know because you just said that lady, and you started going up the stairs all by yourself. And you just kept going. And then you stopped on one floor, looked around, and it was those mirrors. Then you went to the next floor, and then the next floor, and you just kept going all by yourself. Like you think you were following him. He was following you. You were in another zone because we were watching.
Mhm.
You were not. Ask him. You did not follow him. He was following you.
Yeah, for most of
Hey
it,
Donna
yeah.
and Kimmy. Hey
Huh?
Donna and Kimmy, for those that don't know that are watching right now, and if you do the historical research of the Menger Hotel, the fourth floor was actually on fire at one point.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So that's why I think she was getting drawn to that. Yeah, at the beginning she was drawn to the haunted mirrors, um,
Mm-hmm.
which was interesting, and that's where she went to, and she caught on to some of the stuff that actually had happened there at
Mhm.
in that hotel.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
afterwards, I remember Sydney went and did the I guess
The
what you call the
research.
research,
Yeah,
and it
Yeah.
matched everything she pointed out. And I was
Everything.
just like, "Holy cow, this girl's
But I
like
just wanted to
good."
point out to her how she says she always follows you. But that night,
she was in
mm-mm.
front of me.
Mhm.
She was
Exactly. He
she was
was
in front of me. I
following
was walking right
you.
behind her. I was just following her.
Exactly. You were going off all on your own. He was
Mhm.
way behind you, just watching, keeping an eye on you. So you weren't following him, sweetie. He was following you. You were picking up all on that stuff. Look at her eyes. That's not
You're
a
like,
bad
"Oh, she's
thing.
picking up something."
That's not a bad thing. That's really good. That's showing
Mhm.
what good gifts you have. That you were picking up on all that stuff, and he let you go ahead. You weren't following him at all. He was way behind you. He was
Mhm.
following you and watching what you were getting
Mhm.
and seeing where you stopped at certain places, and then you went all the way to the top. And that's when you said, about the fire and stuff like that and got you out of there because your arm really showed that big spot.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you would have stood, it could have got worse. When you feel stuff like that, you remove yourself from wherever you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it's not
Okay.
always him, honey. Follows you. It's your face. Oh, wherever he goes, I go. Not
So if you,
always. He's following
Like, I know
you.
I worked it. She's like, I know I did.
if you, hey Donna, if you don't know yet, I messaged Kimmy. So if y'all keep on messing up, it's my fault. I'm on another haunted location.
uh,
Well, it was messing up before you were getting where you were going.
nah, it's clear right now. We got to finish our little Samantha here. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Let's see what else we can figure out. Okay, so with San Antonio being so haunted, like it from especially knowing everybody there and getting to know everybody, like what is it like when you're walking those streets and like do you pick up on all that too? Like even like when you're at the Riverwalk at the governor's palace, or like do you literally just walk down the street and see them too? Like how haunted is San Antonio?
I honestly don't know on that one.
What
So
about if you go to the
she hasn't
mall?
she hasn't been to like really to like the government's palace and stuff like that. She's been to like where I have gone really.
Oh, okay.
But from what they're trying to ask you, how do you feel? Is San Antonio extremely haunted to you, or do you feel it that way when you're out and about?
Yeah, like every day, if you go to the mall, if you go to the store, or
No, because
just regular place.
when I'm out somewhere, I will have myself close off because, like at the mall, I'll have myself completely closed, and I wouldn't feel nothing because I'm basically closed. It's
Yeah,
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's really good because I'm wide open all the time. Too open.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried shutting down, asking my guides and saying I want to shut down. I'm closed,
Yeah.
putting the neon sign up, and it don't work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay, so Jimmy, you got anything, or you got anything, Samantha, you want to add that you can think of that we missed?
not as a know.
Jimmy, you got anything?
No, we also have that little bit of pit. Like whenever we get ready to finish, we'll
Oh,
play that paper
I have
tune.
one thing. What does your boyfriend or his family think of your gifts?
There we go.
Well, pretty much they don't know yet, but his sister. And his sister accepts everything because when I'm around her and they do have their mother's urn and her ashes there. So I
Oh,
always feel the stepmoms at her there watching over the dad.
Aw.
But I only talk to his sister about it because she's the only one that knows
yeah.
everything. And I always talk to his sister a lot when he's
How old is
working and
she?
everything. She just turned 21.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
So you kind of got a
she
friend too.
relates and
Oh.
understands your gifts.
Yeah, because she and him are biological siblings. They also have two other siblings that are not biologically his dad's, but they were the stepmom's children.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
because some people don't accept us.
Mm,
You'll see that, but just brush them off. You
yeah.
know what I mean? because that's how I get it here. They don't accept, or they call us other words and stuff. So, but that's
Mhm.
okay. Just brush them off. That's all right.
So
So,
for those that don't know, Samantha is the one that I've been telling y'all about, and the incident that she has had in the past when she was 3 years old and everything. She has gone through a lot of trauma in her past, and that's probably majority of the stuff that she's picked up, and of getting into the paranormal field and stuff like that, and knowing the paranormal field is that's how I think that she got into it from her incident at the age of 3 years old. And as y'all can
Right.
tell, that it seems like she's um how you call it, gained more out of it than lost something from it.
Yeah.
yeah, well, she might have been gifted the whole time from you. It just heightened it. She's very young and was heightened really young. It probably awakened her very young. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
she probably would have had the gifts, but at an older age where she was awakened a lot younger, you know?
yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Yep. They say when people have near life death experiences and stuff like that, which I have, I was just a baby. So yeah,
Mhm.
I believe that when they say people, I've
Well,
been
the
asked
first
that.
the first thing that I heard, and that my wife heard the day that it happened, the fire department told us, when we respond to these types of incidents, we don't find anybody alive.
Ooh.
Oh crap!
Yeah,
Wow.
because she was only like 3, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, yeah, 'cause she's so little. It's not like she can put a lot of to
Somebody
it.
was watching over her.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was watching over you, and probably your grandma.
By then, no one was. I understand my past a little bit. Like, I know my dad had before my his grandma died, and her mom and so forth. All I know remembers his side of the family and his grandparents, as
Hmm.
well as my great grandma, my mom's grandma,
Yeah.
and her side of the family.
Aw.
So you got that to show. Hi,
Yeah, I
Liz.
got pulled up ready to go. This says hello,
Okay.
everybody.
We can show Samantha's drawing that she did. Now, this was the first one that you did when you were out on an investigation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Samantha's first drawing while she was out on an investigation. Now, she's done them at home, but never on an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And this is her first one.
Samantha, you want to let them know like what we're fixing? Like you're already sitting there drawing when
Can you explain drawing
they
another
were
way?
starting to investigate, correct?
Yeah.
And then so as they're investigating, then Samantha brings Sydney and her dad the picture that she drew, and it blew my mind. I was like, "Holy cow, that matches
Yeah.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly." I was like, "Holy
Yeah.
cow!"
Yep. Exactly what was seen going on in the investigation. She drew it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so present, share screen, Facebook.
And she was way off by herself, just
Can y'all see it?
drawing away.
Can
No.
y'all see it?
Yes.
Y'all can see it.
No.
I can. It's on the live. I see it.
Okay. And then let me know if you can hear it.
Oh, we see it. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you meant the drawing.
All right, I'm fixing to play it. Let me know if you can't
Okay.
hear it.
People walking around.
Right. When I started the live, I had told them there's shadow,
Yeah,
far from over there. I saw them all over the place.
Came out here. It was just for fun as well. We were all bored. We came out here, and this shadow person was just running around the whole cemetery, and he wanted us to chase him down.
Oh wow.
What you got for us? Let's see what our artists have so far. Let's see what our artists have so far.
Didn't we have last time we came in? This happened to us.
Oh wow.
So for those who don't know, this is Samantha. She's Pete's daughter. She's a very, very, very gifted medium. We're helping her. I'm helping her with her abilities, and I'm helping her kind of work on those abilities. She's a really good artist. So I told her, hey, whenever you get a vision, how about you draw it out? So she got this. So there's one big tree with a bunch of other trees behind it, and there's these two, which I'm assuming are shadow people peeking out from the tree. The last time we came, it was me, Megan, and Pedro, and there was this one shadow person that just would not leave this tree. He kept peeking around the corner. So I think that's really interesting that she picked that up.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna switch
Get
the
it,
mic.
girl.
Good job, Sam.
Let me switch the mic wrong real quick.
This is Joanna. Joanna says hello.
So if y'all hear echoing every now and then, it's because I'm switching out between devices, and I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
You're fixing to hear a really loud beep because I'm going to pull out a REM pod. I should have set it up earlier. I didn't even think about that.
We're still kind of setting up some.
So that was really good.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yep. Full validation on that drawing.
Mm-hmm. Especially to validate something that somebody's already investigated that area, and then they kind of like already seen that, and then you have somebody else coming at, and it's almost like not only does Sydney get validated, but also now Sydney, Samantha's getting validated because it was something that they've experienced together, I guess.
Well, other people have, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
The same shadows, I guess. Is that what they said? The same shadows in the same spot? Oh,
Yeah.
no, there was one shadow, but Sam got two instead of the one.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I was like, wow.
Yep. That was good job.
Yeah, Sydney says, good job. Brian says, that's cool.
Yep. It was. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you keep doing that and getting your skills down, psychic artist, medium, whatever, they get good money. You might not be in for it for that, but you could.
Joanna wants to know, is a shadow and an entity the same thing? And if so, can they both transfer over?
No.
They're not the same thing.
No.
No. They're not the same at all.
A shadow can be a person that was living at one point and shows himself just as a shadow figure, basically.
Mm-hmm.
An entity can be a demon, pretty much is what I can see it as, like a demon or something that's evil that tries to shows himself.
And plus, it really depends on who you're. Because I've even heard like investigators call ghosts or spirits entities too. So I guess it would have to be like more clarification of like what you mean. I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause I've heard that from people. They're like, "Oh, I see an entity over here in a thing," and it's really just a spirit that they're talking about. But
Sometimes you can refer an entity as like you don't know what it is. You don't know if it's a shadow. You
right.
don't know if it's dark or what. I mean, that's probably what you're thinking of it as.
Oh yeah, true. So Joanne said, okay, so entities are always bad.
Not necessarily. No. See, that's what
Go
everybody
to
gets a lot of things confused because a lot of people think that a lot of spirits are demons because they show themselves as demons, and that's not necessarily true.
right. So can they cross over?
If they're good and they're
If
spirits,
they're,
yeah.
if they're good and they're wanting to, I mean, you can cross them over. But there's some that are earthbound, if you know what I mean, that they're already meant to stay here and they're not allowed to cross over.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Bad in life, bad in death.
Sydney says not all spirits are bad. Some shut up people are just that people.
Yeah. I'm talking about the ones that can't cross over.
And then Sydney said, and they can cross over. Okay.
It all depends. Yeah.
Yeah, if they Sydney said if they want to be crossed over. Cool. So is there anything on your bucket list coming up, Samantha, that you want to do?
Not really. I have to start heading back to school soon when my parents have enough money and when our settlement comes in, hopefully, cross our fingers, comes in,
Yeah.
that
What are
I
you
can
gonna take
start
in
going
school?
back to basically nursing.
Oh, nice.
That way I can start actually being what I wanted to do and help others that are ill and sick in hospitals.
Oh, you'd be
Mm-hmm.
amazing at that.
And even working in a hospital, being gifted, you're going to see a lot.
Oh yeah, I know. It's worth it
Yeah.
at the end though.
Yeah, but you could probably help people there too. Cross
Yeah.
over.
Yep. Aw.
And nobody has to know. It's not something you have to say out loud. You can say it inside. Nobody will have to know.
Mhm. Yeah, Joanne says nursing is rewardable tenfold. Yes, it
Yep.
is.
Yep.
She said, funny how healers like the medical field. Yeah. I plan on going back to pharmaceutical. Oh, wow. Somebody else. Maybe y'all can go together.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all can be in school together too. Proud of you, kid, for being in help.
Yeah, I'm a healer, and I've been thinking about taking a course because I was told I have shamanism in me, but I don't know if I want to go the shaman way. I think I was just thinking of going medicine man way, that way, just that part of it.
That is cool.
But it's not. It's different than what you're doing. This would be spiritual.
She needs to jump on a stream with y'all, just y'all two, without the live, to practice her tarot card reading.
Oh, you do tarot?
Daddy, you didn't have to tell him that.
Ooh.
How long you been doing tarot cards?
She's still new at it.
Oh. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
She's still trying to understand to read the cards and stuff like that, and stuff like that. She still has to use her book and whatnot to do it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we all do, sort of. What about me? Sydney's like me. Yeah, you know Sydney does tarot too. I do tarot. Donna does tarot.
I do oracle.
Oh yeah, Oracle.
I can't make heads or tails out of those tarot.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I have a cheat sheet.
I have tarot, but I can't make
I
heads or
use the book.
tails. There's no book.
Well, sometimes it has those pictures. Like you can read off the pictures sometimes, but then not all tarots or oracles have specific pictures that you can. Sometimes
She's
it's just
lucky that
plain ass pictures.
Yeah,
she's
and
lucky
the deck
that
I
her
got
time with the
don't
book.
have the deck I have don't have a book. So
Mhm.
it's kind of hard when you don't have a book.
It isn't bad if you have to read from the book. No, we all do.
No, I mean the new deck that I have. I mean, I was reading from the book. Like my other deck that my dog got into, I didn't have to even look at that book. I just used my abilities and read from the cards. And I was always spot on with it. But then, I mean, she didn't get into all the cards. She only got one card, but that one card ruins the whole deck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people will use their cards, missing, their deck without one card, but that's not a true reading. You need all your cards. You can't be missing no cards. So I want to try to look for that deck again, but I'm supposed to be getting sent a deck, so I can't wait for that one.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
You ever done any fun readings yet? And what's been your funnest one?
I only do it with I'm surprisingly surprised. The same person.
Oh well.
You do
my
like your
boyfriend.
mom, your dad, stuff like that, just like to practice?
I've done it with my boyfriend's sister, but her cards always change. It's
Oh
weird.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, everybody's cards. I mean, it depends because people they can change one little thing and it's going to change their path,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why their cards will change.
Yep. Cindy's like, I'm
So,
sending it. I'm sending it. You have read for me, Donna, and everything was spot on.
yeah, that was with the deck that Diamond got a hold. Actually, I was reading for Liz. I actually was reading for Liz.
Oh, when you lost
And
your call.
there was like a few jumpers. And one I didn't realize went down the side of the couch. I didn't realize it. And, I cleansed them, put them away. And all of a sudden I was walking this way. And my TV went out.
What?
Yeah. And all of a sudden I saw a card over here. And I'm like, oh, it's starting over. I saw a card over here. And I'm like, oh no. And I picked up the card. It wasn't really ruined, but it had like little poke holes in it. and I tried mashing it. I tried doing everything like hard, you know what I mean? Like real strong stuff to like push it out. I don't care what I do to it. And it's got one little tiny, tiny tear in it. So when you shuffle or whatever you do, that card sticks out like a sore thumb. I
I wonder
can't
if you
use
could
it.
take it to a Staples or a home. Oh, not Home Depot. What's it called? Shit.
I think it'll still stick out like
Office
a sore.
Depot, and they
I
can
don't know.
laminate it, and then it'll make it slide. That's an option, I guess. You can laminate it. Get it.
Maybe, maybe,
Just a
yeah.
thought.
Because
Just a
Liz was the last one. It's weird that she said that because she was the last one that I read for. And
Mm-hmm.
there was like 2 or 3 jumpers, and one went down, like right down the side of the couch, like, right down like that. And I didn't see it. And then after that, Diamond got a hold of my other cards, the medicine cards, which I don't even use them. I think it's the energy, my energy that were in those cards,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she kept going after them because I put my
Oh,
energy all in. That's what I'm
right.
thinking. So now I locked him up in the wine rack, which has got the thick doors, and they're up on a shelf. I had to lock
Um,
them up away from her.
yeah, Joanna says she's a thin cloth and iron it in the plastic will melt in.
Use a thin, what she say? Use a thin cloth and iron. It will, it, the
Use a
plastic will
thin
melt
cloth
in.
and iron it. The plastic will melt in.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's got that little plastic coating. Is that what she means on the card itself? Joanne, are you talking about the plastic coating on the card itself will melt in with a thin cloth? Yes. Huh.
She says yes.
Hmm. It's a thought.
So
Yeah.
you like tarot? Do you have a
Keep
tarot
your,
deck or oracle? Right? You said tarot
that's
deck.
Oracle. The other one, watch, I'll show you guys what she did. Like after I I got the card, I put him back under the table. I'm gonna show you guys what she did.
So Sam, you said you had a tarot deck, right? That's cool.
But they're at home.
Yes, Donna, I'm sure it was your energy, Donna, about Little Diamond.
Yep.
No,
It's all with the energy. Because like when
it
I
says
was reading
not over
cards the
hot,
other
but
day,
in that spot.
okay, you guys ready for this one? I got the card. I was trying to do everything I could. And my coffee table is a big round coffee table. And then underneath is like a shelf at the bottom. So my cards were sitting there for I don't know how long. Like 3 of my cards. Never touched them until that day. I put the card back in. Look what she did. But it's just to the outside of the box. The rest,
Wow.
you can see, that's just the outside of the box. But the rest of it, she didn't get to. It's just that one card. That's it. And then she did the same thing to my medicine deck, but she didn't get to the cards. So I took everything and they in my wine rack up on a shelf. And the doors are like really thick wrought iron. And I shut them and they're locked. So she can't get nothing anymore. It's with my energy. So if your cards, Sam, I know you got dogs and everything, put them up high. Because once you get your energy in them, depending on what animal, like my dog is real big spirit animal. Like something's here, she lets me know. Your father heard it one night, her growling and letting me know. She is a big spirit dog, so I don't know about your animals, but I would put them up.
Mhm.
So none of them can get to your stuff. You know what I mean? When they feel your energy. But yeah,
Yep.
let's say you have great energy, and you have done a lot for me. And Eunice, you even without the cards. Yeah, I read for her without the cards, is what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't always read with the cards. I can read without the cards,
Mhm.
and I'm sure you're gonna learn to too. I'm sure you're gonna learn to too. I just did for Kimmy. I did for a few people just recently,
Mhm.
and I used to have to use like a picture. I read eyes, the iris, and I'd go around the eyes, and I would close my eyes and read the people like that. I don't have to do that no more for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I was feeling a little weird not too long ago. What was that? 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. And I had a feeling I was upgraded because now I don't even have to do that, and I can read. I don't have to do that anymore. But anyway, so
Mhm. Mhm.
what else do we have? What else you hiding,
Oh.
Sam? You hid the cards. What else you hiding?
Uh-oh.
You
Count.
hid. What else you
Count.
hiding in there, Sam?
Count.
What else you hiding? Nothing?
Mhm.
Ah, I see something because she's not talking. She didn't say no. What is it? It's okay.
No, nothing really.
Huh?
It's nothing really.
Can you pick up on people? Like when
Mm,
you're near people, like can you pick up like their energy, like if they're mean or when you go places and
mm,
there's people around, like a lot of people, so you feel like people's sadness, their anger, stuff like that off of people.
Yeah.
My dad is over here saying yes.
So you're an empath.
The
You
reason,
feel people's sadness, their anger. They don't even have to talk. They're in a room, and when you're near somebody, you can feel that energy. You feel energy. Period is what I'm trying to say. Like you
Mhm.
can feel energy before you even see a spirit. You can feel the energy of the spirit.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, pretty much
she
the same thing.
she can shut down on somebody if he feels that like hatred and stuff like that. If you're talking to her and she feels that off of you, she'll shut off on you.
Yep,
It's very she
yep,
knows when somebody's in a not good mood, and she knows when like
yeah,
you're
Aw.
opened up.
yeah, yep.
Aw.
So you're like an empath. You feel people's emotions. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, 'cause that's a lot. Even as a young kid or even as an adult, right?
When I was a
I
young kid,
yeah.
I couldn't even go to birthday parties because of that. I hated going to birthday parties. Even as an adult, having grandkids, having birthday parties, it was okay if it was, my kids and my grandkids, yeah. But then when they have like all these other people with big cookouts in the summer, I'm sitting there going crazy out of my mind
Mhm.
because I have to remove myself, but I can't because that's my family. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like going into a
Mhm.
grocery store. How do you feel in a grocery store? Can you go
Well,
through a grocery store?
I can go to a party. I can go to the grocery store. I mean, there's people that I don't know around me, but as long as I'm with my parents, I'm fine.
But you
That's
feel
good.
their energy, is what I'm saying. Do you feel the energy all around you?
Mm.
No?
When where I'm in my safe space with my parents, and there's like, say there's a crowd of people around me, as long as I'm in my safe space, like with my mom or dad, I'm perfectly fine.
So you put yourself in a safe place, like a safe bubble. That's what you
Hmm.
do. You put yourself like in a safe bubble. Yeah, I've heard of people doing that.
Like
Mm.
Having a safe place.
I've been to my best friend's birthday party. Well, ex best friend. A lot of drama, a lot of shit going on with her. Even with my other best friend, quote unquote ex too.
Mm,
They're both being stubborn and mean and angry about whatever drama is
uh-huh.
going on with them.
And it drives you crazy, even though it's not, you're not involved, but it drives you crazy and you remove yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Kimmy.
Mm. When you're painting, do you paint with acrylics? Do you paint on like a tablet? Can you paint like watercolors? Like, what's your favorite thing to paint with?
Well, I just figured out how many types of art that I have in total.
Oh wow.
I have feather crowns, water paint, markers, freaking color pencils.
Pencil. Mm-hmm.
Um, I have acrylic paints, of course. That's
Very
just
good.
five.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, what's your favorite? What do you like? What are you drawn to grab for the first? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm drawn to anything, but usually, yeah, color pencils or my markers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Color pencils is a really good one
Hmm.
for right now as you're starting and growing. I can see the color pencils doing really good, because the trees, what you're doing, it's got every
Mm.
color that you need. But as you grow and become like an artist for the paranormal,
Hmm.
a lot of them do the painting. You can use your pencils, right?
Hmm.
But at the same time, then you can go over it with your paint and make it like a painting, you know?
Hmm.
It's just a quick sketch in your head with your pencils like you do. But then when you go home, you got that sketch, and then you can go over it with your acrylic paint, and you can actually start collecting now. Even though you're just starting, you can actually start collecting with these paintings. You know what I mean? On these little, it doesn't have to be big, hon. Like the little canvas, the little tiny ones,
Mm-hmm.
and start a collection. Let them dry, put them up. When you do another one and you sketch it, bring it home, paint it as you go along, because it's going to take more time, right? Painting it.
Hmm.
So that'll give you something to do when you're home and you can start painting it and then put it up. That's going to start your collection.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they call that? Like, you can sell them, like she said. You can sell them. Like, you start collecting them now. It's like a portfolio. It could be like a portfolio for you.
Yeah.
But then as you really grow into it, like I know people like you, but they're in their 40s, 50s, and they paint them and sell them. They make money off these paintings. And that's why I see you heading in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. So yeah, you can be a nurse and do what you want to do and have this on the side and be a psychic artist. You know, like I don't know what they call it, paranormal artist, whatever. And you can make you can go somewhere, put your paintings up, how much you want for them, or um, you know, whoever offers you the best price, whatever. I don't know. You and your parents would figure that one out. You know what I mean? You don't want to just give them away. No. But yeah, there are people like you and they make good money off of those paintings.
Yeah.
And you put your little, like, take your, like a little skinny brush and learn, like, you can figure out like a quick signature, how you want to signature your painting, whether you want to put just your first initial, last initial, you know, like some people will do instead of your whole name because your name's long. You can put just like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You just like shorten it how you want it down in the corner with a real thin paintbrush. And that's what people look for when you start painting and you do your paintings. That's what people they look for, their signature. The artist's signature is big when you put your signature on them.
Sydney says she'll be taking 20% off of all your paintings.
Yep. I'm telling you, you start now, like I'm saying, with your paintings, like your sketches, and take your time painting them, put it up, do another sketch, paint, put it up. Like you'll have all your sketches, and then you can paint them one by one and put them up and have a collection. And you're gonna see yourself how far you come from the beginning and how far you come all the way up. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She can even have people contact her and say, "Hey,
Yep.
my mom passed. Can you?"
I didn't do that. I did not put my thumb up and it did that. See?
Like she can
I don't
actually
know.
have people contact her and say, "Hey, can you draw my mom? She just passed." Or can you draw my dad?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
People do that. People will do that. Like they'll send you a picture of their mom that passed, right? And then see if you can bring her in as spirit and you draw her as you see her, right? In spirit, because they never look like they do when they pass. They go to an age that they feel their best. They might have died at 80, but they'll bring themselves in spirit when they felt their best, like 40s is usually what people go to. I don't know why, but they usually go to their 40s.
Shoot, I'm coming back at 21, honey.
Me too. Me too. But yeah, I mean, and this way you'll see from where you started and keep going, and you're going to see a difference how good you really get. Everybody does that. Like, I don't care what they do, they'll see how good they get because you're going to get better at it. No matter what you do, you're going to get better at whatever you do once you keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. You know?
Yep.
And keep that as like a portfolio, and you can start selling them.
Oh, shit.
I will come back as a man.
But
That's hilarious.
that would be a good idea. I don't know what you think, but I mean, I would use your pencils and then go that way. I don't know what you think of it, but I mean, everybody, you can see on Facebook, there's one I know on Facebook.
You
She does what you do.
Want to come back as?
A woman.
No. Oh. Mm,
Don't say a frog.
nope.
It'd be stupid.
Nope. It's gonna be a little TMI if I say it out loud.
Oh snap! Uh-oh.
This man.
Well, this was a great show. I'm so glad that you came on and came on camera by yourself. You did such a good job. You
Yeah.
hit the cards from us, but that's why I still think you're hiding one more thing. Something's telling me, I don't know why, but I still think you're hiding one more thing from us. But that's okay. I'll leave it alone.
She'll figure
If
it
you
out.
don't want to, if you don't want to tell us, that's fine. That's fine.
Everybody's saying, "Good job, Samantha."
I can tell by your face, Samantha. I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
And if I really push it, I'll even pick it out your head and I'll say it.
Keep her blocked, Sam. Keep her blocked. Block her out. Block her
Put
out.
your wall up.
Put
that wall up because I'll get it. Put that wall up. Say, I put my wall up. I put my wall up so Donna don't read me because I'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do that to you.
I really want to know.
Huh? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't read anybody without permission.
Yeah.
The number one thing is you're supposed to get permission.
Yeah, permission. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would never do that to you. No. That is your business and your privacy. If you don't want to say, you don't want to say. He threw you under the bus for the other one. But do you have anything else, Kim?
Anybody else have any questions?
Any more questions for Sam?
Yeah. Drum rolls. You have to make you like a little painting group kind of thing, and then as you get them, you can put them up.
Mm.
I'm so proud of you, Shiflab. Aww. Aww. Yeah, you did amazing.
Yes, you did very amazing. I'm proud of you. Because I know you're shy.
She's like,
and I wasn't.
I am very shy.
You are very shy. So, did I know you like me, Kimmy? So, I thought you would do okay. So, good night, honey. Good night, Liz.
Good night, Liz.
All right. Well, I will say good night, Kimmy. You stay on, honey. Samantha. You stay on. Okay. We're going to say good night to everybody. And thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you for joining.
Seeing Samantha. She's going to be a great one to watch in the future.
Yes.
So we will catch you next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all. There we go.